Hey guys, it's JMeyels here, and I hope you're having a great day thus far. Finally, something is coming to the game very, very soon in which it will actually allow us to have fun in the game. Now, don't get me wrong, there's still the game-breaking bugs that I hope they fix soon, but there's a new feature coming to the game, and to my knowledge, we've never had this, and it's one of those things that should never in a million years stay permanent, although it is so fun to abuse in the meantime. So I'm very excited to be able to have fun in this game again, at least for a short time. All of that and much more in today's video. Make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. Also, I wanted to make mention, first off, our 1v1 $2,000 Apex tournament free entry is going on Saturday. It's going to be starting at 1 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be going live a little bit sooner so that I can promote the signups, but the rules and registrations are in the Discord. Registration won't go live until shortly before the tournament starts. That way we don't have to deal with a bunch of no-shows. So make sure to mark your calendars. Make sure to save the date. $2,000 on the line. Top 3 are going to be getting prizes, and there's different themes to each round. So make sure to go read the rules if you guys are interested. So first off, I just wanted to mention yesterday's video. Obviously, I sparked a bunch of outrage with an opinion that I had, and hey, look, I'll call it out right now. I was wrong. I'll take that. You guys called me out on something I was wrong about, and I'll take it 100%. That was my bad. I still stand by the fact that I think that the nodes are a little too invisible sometimes. You can hide them in tall grass. You can hide them in certain areas where there's weird lighting. I think they just should be more visible. But what I would like to say is what I'm trying to indicate is that specific mechanic in the game looks unintentional. I want it to stay in the game. I think that Watson does need to be, maybe a little bit stronger. I don't think she needs a nerf. Don't misquote me there. I do not think Watson needs a nerf. I'm just saying that does not look intentional in the game, and I can see a world where Respawn would remove that from the game because it doesn't look intentional. You guys were flaming me in yesterday's video, and honestly, the way I worded it, I totally understand. I'm not trying to say Watson needs a nerf. I'm not trying to say nerf her to the ground, because I think Watson is one of those legends that if somebody can be very good with her, she needs to be very strong, and I want her to have abilities like that where she can turn the whole situation around, and I think that's a really good ability for her to have. I just think that sometimes the nodes are a little too hard to see, and I'm honestly not 100% sold on the fact that Respawn meant for that to be in the game, and that just makes me think they can remove something like that, similar to how tap strafing has been in the game this whole time, but it's just now recently over the last year and a half or so getting more and more popular. And then obviously they came out, they're like, hey, this is actually unintentional, this wasn't supposed to be here, we're going to remove it. And now they're like, oh wait, maybe we shouldn't remove it. And I want them to take that same approach with Watson. I just think the nodes maybe should be a little bit more visible, maybe have like a glow on top of them or something so that you can see one hiding in the grass. But for the way that I explained the Watson fence working was totally wrong, and you guys called me out on it, and I'll take that 100%. Like I said, that's my fault. I apologize. Most of you were pretty calm about it, but I thought it was funny. There were a couple Watson simps out there who were literally like middle schoolers fighting for their brand new girlfriend. Like, homie, it's not that serious. She's just a game character. She's not gonna love you. Yeah, I just wanted to openly apologize about that in the last video. So totally my bad. Now we're jumping into the main news here. First off, Armed and Dangerous right around the corner. July the 19th is when I believe it is set to come. So that's just like 5 or 6 days away. However, I want to make note here that this will be a different Armed and Dangerous than I believe we've ever played in the past. And the reason I'm saying this is because we'll actually be able to get our hands on the Kraber a lot more easily than we were in the past. So the only time I believe we've really had an easy time getting our hands on the Kraber was back in season 3 or 4 when it was the Grand Soiree Event. I can't remember what season it was, and there was a thing called Gold Week, and on the Gold Week I believe it was Gold Rush duos, and basically it was a duos game mode, but then there was a Gold Rush back when the Kraber and stuff used to be gold weapons and not red weapons. So basically the Kraber was a gold weapon, and all the weapons on the ground were gold weapons. So you had, your Kraber, you had, I believe it was a Mastiff back then, and maybe some others, and these were so much fun to use. You could literally just walk into a building, find a Kraber on the ground, and then use Pathfinder slingshot across the map and just no scope people. It was the greatest time I've ever had in Apex, honestly. Still have zero clue why they have not brought that game mode back. But with the return of Armed and Dangerous coming on July the 19th, it's actually going to implement a little new system that I don't think we've ever had in the past, at least not in the exact form or fashion that we're getting it right here. You should theoretically be able to get your hands on a Kraber much easier. So this is what Synos Apex Legends says. For Armed and Dangerous, the crafting rotation for weekdays will be Longbow and Peacekeeper, both costing 30 crafting each. However, for the weekend, the rotation is for the Kraber and the Mastiff, both costing 150 crafting each. Armed and Dangerous will be live on July the 19th with the start of gating. So I just wanted to make mention here, you're going to be able to get your hands on a Kraber a lot easier than normal. You can just land somewhere where there's a bunch of crafting metals, craft that bad boy, and go to town. However, it's not just Armed and Dangerous that I want to talk about here. It's another game mode that we've actually never played. It's a brand new one, and I'm not necessarily exactly sure if we're getting it this season. However, a data miner said that we should be getting it this season, and that's why I want to make mention of it. It was actually mentioned over a month ago, I believe, at this point, and that was called from a War Games event. Well, the event was called War Games in season 8 for a brand new mode called Killing Time. Now, we've never played Killing Time. We've talked about it here on the channel a little bit, but basically what Killing Time is a game mode where the ring constantly shrinks as more people die in the game. Now, someone who leaks made this tweet saying that these were the banners for that game mode called Killing Time that were set to release for this season. Now, I'm not really sure when this game mode would come if it wasn't in this new, event little type game mode coming out on July the 19th, because season 14 is right around the corner. I think we're like maybe less than a month away at this point. So is there still time for it to come out during this season? Sure, maybe at some point, but I'm not really sure if there's any logical reasoning as to why it would. There's no real like big event that I can think of or that I've seen besides this one that's coming up for the Armed and Dangerous LTM, like a short little time, I believe 2 weeks or so, because obviously season 14 is right around the corner. I believe less than a month will be in the new season, and we know there we're going to be getting a bunch of new game modes, like game modes considering a gun game that I think we're going to be getting. By the way, mobile is apparently getting gun game as well, and I think we're getting it at the same time, which kind of indicates that don't think that everything on mobile is exclusively on mobile forever. Obviously, Respawn is Respawn. At the end of the day, they may shoot ideas across back and forth towards each other, and if there's something that's mutually going to be good for both games, they might probably bring it. So I believe we're supposed to be getting gun game and as well some other game modes under this free deathmatch type of mode. And from what I've heard in the past, all these big leaks have been talking about these game modes like, like an uplink style thing from Call of Duty, maybe even something like capture the flag of some sort, maybe even like a 6v6 team deathmatch. I'm not sure. You guys already know how I feel about that. That's the direction I ultimately want Apex to take anyways, so I'm super excited for all of this to come out. So yeah, nonetheless, we could be getting 2 game modes, but I would assume maybe just the Armed and Dangerous. I've not really heard if this Killing Time is actually still supposed to be coming this season, even though he did say at the beginning that it should be coming this season. Now next, I want to show you guys something that many of you have probably experienced in the last couple of weeks, maybe even months, when it comes to Apex, and many of you are probably driven to quit this game because of this, and I want to give you a little bit of glimmer of hope. Now, I can't share screenshots, I can't show DMs or anything like that. All I can say is that I want you to know that the devs are very well aware of the state of the servers right now. They know that they're trash. They know that the lag is unreal. I mean, people on my stream yesterday just kept lagging out. They had to restart their games. I've been like skipping everywhere. It's like prediction errors or something. I'll go forward and then it rewinds me backwards or something. So they obviously know this. I wanted to let you guys know that they are aware of this. They know that something needs to be done more than just the obviously no regs. There's so much going on with the game. Not only do they know what obviously people are complaining about, but some of the lagging issues and the prediction errors and the skipping around is probably not making the front news as much as the no regs are, and some of the other situations like with the abilities glitching out and stuff, and like not being able to heal after the replicator. So I just wanted you guys to know that there's some small details that maybe you're like, oh, everybody's talking about this situation, but nobody's talking about this. I'm pretty sure they're aware of all the issues that we're having right now. Some of them they have not spoken about or said like, hey, we have a fix coming, or we know we're working on it. But I just wanted you guys to know that I've been sending some of the stuff that you guys have been showing me, some of these crazy bugs, crazy errors that you guys have been getting, and they're aware of all of this stuff, and they know that something needs to be done. It's just a matter of how long it will take them to actually bring these fixes. And as for that, obviously I have no idea how long it'll take. I have no idea if they're even really capable of fixing a lot of the stuff that we constantly complain about every single season, like Loba Bracelet. At this point, I really wonder how capable they really are of fixing it, considering it's been countless seasons of the same bug. But I just thought maybe some of you would feel a little bit at ease if you guys heard that I did speak to someone. They are aware of all the bugs. They are aware of all the situations. They know something needs to be done, and it needs to be done quick. So at least you guys can feel like your voice has been heard. Now, speaking of your voice being heard, apparently Apex is the 6th most tweeted about game in 2022 thus far. And I thought it was funny because many of the comments here are saying, and it's probably not for good reason, most of the tweets about Apex in the last couple of months have definitely been more negative than positive. And now when it comes to bugs, obviously you guys know we have our fair share in Apex, but Apex Mobile, apparently, even though it's on a different engine, even though it seems to be a little bit more stable than our main game here, they're having their own bugs. But this is a little bit more of a fun bug. Take a look at this glitch that they're experiencing over in mobile.
Oh my god, no.
Require assistance.
Ready to go.
What the f*** it's on you?
Yo!
What?
I'm gone!
Where the f*** are you at? Yo, get in the zone!
Help me!
Oh, he's coming back! He's coming back! Hey, yo!
Help me! Oh, I'm going into the sunset.
That's a glitch that definitely sucks, especially if you're like high rank or something. But honestly, you can't help but not laugh when you see something like that. And it's got to be at least kind of fun to bounce around the entire map like that. Let me know what you guys think of all the discussions down in the comment section below. Make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And don't forget to check out our $2,000 1v1 Apex Legends tournament this Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. The rules are in the Discord. The place where you'll register is over in the Discord. So go get ready. Go start training. Read the rules so you know how to train and how to warm up for the next couple of days. And I'll see you then. Have a great rest of your day. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Later, Gators.